When it comes to physical or vertical activities, brands normally need to take weeks or even months to plan and execute the result. It takes a lot of time and effort. But sometimes it's inevitable for other brands are also planning similar activities. If that's the case, what should brands do to react? And also, in order to not to make the consumers think that it's a matter of copying. Hi everyone, welcome to Fashion Brief. I'm still in Taiwan, and so this episode I would like to share my opinion to two brand activities that took place in Taipei. The first activity I actually missed during my quarantine time. It's such a pity that I can't really see it in person, which is the activity called Hermès Fit. The activity was in 2021 in November, only for 10 days. It was a brand awareness campaign, and the brand Hermès chose a huge venue that includes different kinds of sections to represent the sporty side of Hermès. There you can see different kinds of products by Hermès built and also included in the working out scene. In this brand campaign, you can try out different kinds of sport activities, including boxing, working out, rock climbing with Hermès products such as belts, shoes, silk scarves, etc. The whole campaign is really interacting and also create a lot of Instagrammable scene for consumers to take pictures. And not only it's a perfect venue for consumers to take Instagrammable pictures, but also there are a lot of performances taking place during the time span of this activity. There are live performance of dancing and then also DJ. And so the overall campaign is really young and vibrant in order to draw closer the distance between consumers and the brand. In my point of view, although I missed the chance, but upon seeing my friends and also the videos, photos online, I think this is a really successful brand campaign. And so by any chance, Hermès Fit visit your city, please don't miss it. So a quick intervention, I have an Instagram account, please subscribe it. You will know a lot of different fashion brand knowledge and also my analysis for some case studies. Don't forget to subscribe, I put the link below. And then while I was strolling around the Xinyi district in Taipei, I realized that in the department store called Bella Vita, a really luxurious and extravagant European style department store, there will be another Christian Dior pop-up store there. And before going there, I actually didn't do much research about what is the pop-up store about. What I only know is that the pop-up store will be also based on the same theme as Hermès Fit, which is sport. And so I went there, and then I realized that the scene, the setting is really similar to Hermès Fit, including a lot of sport gadgets, but with a much smaller scale. This collection is called Dior Vibe and based on Dior Cruise 2022. And there are a lot of sport gadgets in the pop-up store. They have the collaboration with Techno Gym. So they launched Techno Gym Christian Dior Ball and also some sport gadgets that include the name Christian Dior on it. But actually, when I went there, I realized that it's more of a commercial concept instead of having interaction. Well, of course, the purpose of this pop-up store and also Hermès Fit might be different. One is more of a brand campaign, brand awareness campaign, and this is like a pop-up store having, including the Dior Cruise 2022 concept into the store and then mainly to sell the product. But for me, for a normal consumer, instead of doing a lot of research, we might feel that this is sort of some copying? Is the brand Dior copying Hermès brand campaign? Because it's really similar, and the time was planned successfully, one in November last year and one in January this year. So after visiting the Dior pop-up store, to be honest, although it's a commercial activity in my point of view, but in comparison to Hermès Fit, it's definitely a huge disappointment. And so afterwards I went right back home, I did some research about the whole activity, the pop-up store, because simply I don't believe that this luxury brand Dior can plan this pop-up store without truly explaining the story behind. And then I just realized that Dior launched a documentary in January called The Greek Bar Jacket, the making of a Dior Cruise collection 2022. In the documentary, I have to say, during this 1 hour, I go through as if I was in the making of this collection, because it took you through the process and the dialogue between Maria Grazia with the different Greek artisans to discuss about whether, for example, some embroideries or the art pieces to apply on the dresses. It's definitely worth the while for you to explore all the details of this documentary. And the documentary is commented as a synergy of excellence, a virtuoso conversation between the exceptional savoir-faire of the Dior ateliers and Greek artisans. And so after seeing this detailed explanation of the making of Dior Cruise 2022, I feel like there is lack of connection between this pop-up store and the Dior Cruise collection. Instead, we can only see the commercial side. And in my point of view, of course, Dior has the right to choose only the commercial side in the pop-up store. But I think as a luxury brand, and Dior with this long history and also iconic brand, the brand should take care of those consumers or customers that are intrigued in the story of the collection, instead of just merely showing the products in the pop-up store. I think it's definitely a pity. And of course, some of the products of this cruise collection, there are only one or limited pieces, but Dior can always find a way to include these elements and the dialogue and the craftsmanship moments in this pop-up store to have a better and also more interactive interaction with the consumers, instead of just taking pictures with a techno gym Christian Dior ball. Well, all in all, after observing these two brand activities, I realized that of course luxury brands should generate revenue and in order to sustain their brand, but as a luxury brand, it should take care of its higher spiritual level of inspiring and also lead the consumers by showing their creativity, craftsmanship to inspire the consumers, instead of just placing products in the store. Well, of course, you can always say that it's just a coincidence that these two brand activities happen at the same time, but in terms of Dior, I think they should have a better explanation and also expression for their collection, let alone the Hermès Fit took place before their pop-up store launched. Because if these two activities happen successively, it's inevitable for consumers to compare and also to be curious about what is happening between these two brands, and also focusing on the same theme. Well, maybe for the brand Dior, they don't have enough time to react, or they plan not to react. This is the question that remains unknown. But it's definitely a lesson learned for us to, if we have to plan some brand activities in the future, we need to know the legitimacy and also the clarity, the whether it's detailed enough for consumers to explore the whole campaign, especially when it comes to luxury brands. And so I hope you like this video. Please subscribe my channel and see you soon.